find cause of death. She's still alive. Get away from me!
Happy guys! Everyone, this week we watched The Autopsy of Jane Doe, recommended to us by Tess Reynolds and Austin Mueller. Horror movies, by their nature, have a high standard of review for many people. For some odd reason, this genre is filled with both literal masterpieces and some of the biggest stinkers this world has to offer. Sure, you can say that for a number of genres, but horror is unique in that they're often low budget, meaning that they're easier to take chances on. It's for this reason that horror has probably the biggest return on investment out of any movie genre. But this is also the reason for the abundance of crap horror movies. Even though over the past 10 years there have been a few diamonds in the rough, the vast majority are still poo-poo. That's kind of why movies like The Autopsy of Jane Doe go under our radar so often. It finds its place in an uncharted middle ground. This movie had a killer script, a competent director, and 2 well-credited actors. In run-of-the-mill poo-poo horror movies, there's less attention to detail. And in movies like this one, we really start to appreciate the little things. For instance, we brought up how the dialogue and acting seemed really realistic. The characters seemed disattached from their work, and they spoke with scientific clarity. Austin thought there may have been a script consultant, which is a great thought, and something that happens quite frequently. But what if I told you that both the writers and Emile Hirsch, who played the son, went to the LA County morgue to prepare for the job?
In preparation for the role, I went to the Los Angeles County morgue, which is the biggest morgue under one roof in the world.
We did go to the LA County morgue.
On set, the production team brought in an actual medical examiner by the name of Stewart, pictured here. He was there as a consultant for the actors and directors to maintain a sense of realism.
We also had a actual morgue worker named Stewart.
Oh yeah, he was really odd. We thought, well, we should wear masks. You know, we said, well, don't we Oh no, I never wear a mask.
Yeah.
Oh no, I never wear a mask. He said, I sometimes usually never wear gloves.
You know that feeling you get when a horror protagonist pursues a noise in the basement in complete disregard of their own safety? That's because they didn't hire a logical human on set to say, yeah, I don't know that someone would do that. It's even more important to get that background experience for odd jobs like these. Our antagonist in this movie is Jane Doe. Jane, oddly enough, has character and motivation in the film in spite of being a corpse. The director, Andre Overdahl, I think that's how you say it, went to great lengths to make sure that Jane Doe felt like a living, breathing character in this movie. In the beginning, our protagonists, and likewise the cinematography, treat the bodies as if they're objects to be manipulated. The second Jane Doe enters, even though the actors continue treating her like an object, the cinematography shifts. When the characters manipulate Jane's body, we are given reaction shots on Jane's face. That's pretty off-putting because the whole point of reaction shots is to see the character's reaction.
You had to sympathize with her, and then at a certain point you had to start fearing her. And that whole process had to be done in the way we shot her and of course in the way they behaved around her. With some head positions she has, she looks powerful. In other head positions, she looks very vulnerable. And we had to use those through the movie to make sure that you kind of get across a feeling of what state I want you as a director, I want you to feel.
Here, Overdahl explains a filmmaking technique that we're all aware of. When you want to make a subject look powerful, you shoot it from a low angle, vulnerable from a high angle. What's strange is that this is usually used on people. Well, living people. He uses cinematography to incept us with the idea that she's still alive. That's not all, though. Something else I was surprised to hear was that Jane Doe was actually played by a living, breathing person.
Well, I mean, it was essentially just trying to be really, really calm and let everything else go on around me, and trying not to interrupt the other actors was really my main goal.
Can you believe she let him cut into her like that? That's dedication to your craft. I would say they probably chose to use an actress because, believe it or not, there's subtle differences between someone pretending to be dead and someone actually being dead. Our brains were probably picking up on some subtle cues that she was actually alive without us even knowing. Or at least, that's what the director was hoping for. Did you guys get an eerie feeling just from watching her? Let me know in the comments. While you're down there, feel free to give me a like and subscribe. Please? I have my family. What did you guys think about this second horror week? Do you guys want to keep doing horror movies once a month, or not? I was a little upset to find out that a few of you don't like horror movies at all. So just let me know, and we can figure something out. Also, Shell, if you have any other creepy classes that are going online next semester, be sure to let me know in the comments, and I'll pick movies to keep you on track. Keep an eye out on Discord and social media for this week's movie. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and hopefully I'll see you next week.